Yo, what's going on there, Mikey? It's 9 p.m. on a Wednesday night. It's fucking the Mike and Mish Show. What's going on?
Doing all right.
You doing
Just
it?
chilling over here.
Is that Robert De Niro?
Is that good? Is that the right face for him?
Yeah, a little bit. He's a little bit.
Got like a
little bit.
Muppet mouth. A little bit of a Muppet mouth going on right
Yeah,
here.
yeah. You got that. You got the
Muppet mouth. Yeah.
You go like this. You're good. You're good. You.
Yeah, good. Dude,
What's up,
you
dude?
ever go to work and then right away something just ruins your whole day? Like as soon as the day starts, the day is just something's trying to ruin your day.
What happened?
Well, I go into work and I take my lunch out and I drop my lunch onto the floor and I pick it back up and I just hear all of this in my bag. Well, I have Tupperware, but it's the glass type.
Ugh.
Yeah. And
So
it fucking broke
you got
inside
the broken
of my
glass
lunch bag. And there was fucking shards of glass all over everything. Like I even had a thing. I've had
What was
like a smoothie.
Food? What was the food?
It was potato salad, and it was potato salad. But the thing is that everything else that was in there had little shards of glass all over it, like my smoothie, right? So I took the cap off of the smoothie after I wiped it off, and I went to go take a sip, but then I looked at it and I saw just a little piece of glass like on the lip of it, and I was like, I can't drink this because what if a little piece of glass gets into my mouth and I swallow it? Is it really worth it? So I threw away everything.
Ate the food. You should have drank the smoothie, and you should have fucking manned up because I eat spicy shit every day, and so when you go
to use the same as swallowing glass.
So when you go to use the bathroom tomorrow and you feel shards of glass, it's basically what I feel almost every day after I eat spicy food.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, that's so. Hey, Mike, we got a big show for these people today. We got tree fighters coming on. 2 of them are going to be fighting October 1st in Monroe. And one of them just got done fighting in Great Falls, Montana. We got Bobo O'Bannon coming up in a minute here, followed by Zach Calmus, Shark Attack himself. And then we're going to finish up the show with a fast-rising 3-0 knockout artist from the 165-pound division, Gogo Slaveski, out of Slaughterhouse. So what do you say we go right ahead and we bring in our first guest of the day?
I couldn't have come up with a better idea.
All right, without further ado, guys, we got the man who was chosen to welcome Ben Rothwell to the world of bare knuckle on October 1st in Monroe, Louisiana. You all know him and love him. He's the Bible Belt Brawler, Bobo O'Bannon. What's up, Bobo?
There he is.
Can you hear us? Bobo? Check.
Houston, we have a problem.
Can you hear? We're doing sign language now.
I don't do good with sign language. I'm not good at it at all.
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, hey. There he is. You can hear us.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
All right.
We can hear you now. I think we had to wait and let everything catch up with itself here on the interwebs. But man, you're looking good. You're looking happy as always. How are you doing, bud?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I've been working a bunch of hours here lately. I know it sounds crazy. Here I am getting ready for the biggest fight of my life. But I pulled a couple of 12, 13-hour days here lately. And this is part of it, man. You kind of recover as quick as you can and get my fat butt right back in the gym, and we've incorporated some weightlifting in the training this time. And so coach sends me to the gym on my own, gives me some stuff to do, and trying to build up a little strength and put a little size on me, a little frail looking for this upcoming weight class. So don't want me looking like a little limb that's going to blow away in a storm.
Are you a frail 285 pounds? Where are you at?
I don't really want to talk about it. Man, I'm back and forth. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm kind of disappointed. I'm a little I don't know, man. It's just disappointing. I feel like there should be a lot more Bobo in the mirror at this point. As hard as I've been working to try to pick up some size, build my size a little bit. But I'll step on a scale one day and I'll be 286, and I'll step on the scale after I finish training and I'll be 279. And so somewhere between 286 and 279 is where I'm hanging out at right now. And look, this is weird. I'm not gonna have to cut weight to make weight this time. I don't know how I'm gonna handle myself there, but I get to eat.
No, we were gonna bring up the fact that the guy that you're gonna be facing here, this is back-to-back former UFC fighters coming in here that both had long UFC careers, successful careers, and now this guy is literally a friggin' monster. That dude is gigantic, and there is no limit. I'm understanding to your weight class right now, so who knows? He could be walking in there 300 pounds when you guys see each other.
You see that? That's a monster right there, all right? Hello. That's how we wrangle monsters around here.
That's right.
No, man, I'm just kidding. I'm just an idiot. I'm sorry I had to say something stupid.
Remind us, was there an exact agreed upon weight?
I'm wanting to be careful, and I'm trying to. I want to get my story. There was, and I want to say it was like it was either 85 or 95, and I don't.
Either way, that's some big boys stepping into the ring on October 1st.
We're gonna have about 600 pounds of man running around that square circle. Hello, that's what that means.
Hell yeah! And are you still training with the same coach from overseas over the camera and whatnot?
Yes, and we're actually putting in major effort towards getting coach over here for this fight. Being a big fight and all. Well, I don't know exactly where we stand at on it. I know we need some money. So no, I'm not 100% sure where we stand at on it. I know coach had to get his vaccines and everything and got all that taken care of and all. And so I don't know. I'd be a liar if I tried to tell you exactly, yes, he's going to be here, or no, he's not going to. I will say they are working adamantly about it. I'm just working, go to work, come home, train, run, lift weights, and that whole jazz. But they are working on getting coach over for this one now.
So there was issues in the past you had where he couldn't, and I forget what state this was. I remember that he wasn't able to coach you through the phone. Are you going to have that same issue this time if he can't get here?
That was not with me. That coach is training me. He's training Harrison Aiken, some a little bit here and there, and he's training David Simpson.
And it was David, right?
Simpson had trouble down in Florida. They said that coach could listen over in Wales, where it's like a 35-second delay on the television, that he can hear what the other corner is saying and relay that information to David. You know how absurd that is on like a 35-second delay? Plus, if he's listening to what the other corner is saying, how can he be telling David what to do? That's the most ridiculous thing, man. I'm sorry, I don't get very outspoken on very much stuff, but that, to me, that was a bit absurd. I guess in this perfect world, that perfect scenario that does not exist that they were trying to speak about, it would be possible, but in the reality that we live in, no. Coach has made videos where he was FaceTiming with me, and he's recorded his FaceTiming with me, and he had to go back, and because when he screen records, you don't get the audio with it. But his father was also recording the television on his phone, and recording the television, and you've got Coach's voice in the background. So what he had to do is, according to what was going on the screen, it was off by, like I said, about 35 seconds. So he had to go and pull the audio from one clip and put it in with the what he was doing with me, mine and his screen, and to where you could hear him, and it sounded like he was talking in the background. Is what it sounded. But I mean, it still come out pretty good. And but all that to say, no, man, this thing that they have made up in their mind to where he could listen to what the other corner is saying. He's either listening or talking, and he can't do both. It's on a 35-second delay. By the time he hears all of what the other corner is saying, we're already 30 seconds, 25 seconds into the next round.
It's crazy. And, I knew that when you started doing it, people were going to have an issue with it, like here and there. And it's like, I almost compared it to like the Patriots and Bill Belichick filming walkthroughs or whatever, but it's really not the same. And especially with a delay like that. But I have good news for you, Bobo. We got Vince Henderson in the comments section right here. And he says, that's okay. He's going to be here for this one. So
good.
With that said, let's talk about this new management team you got. You used to be Moo Cow Management, you and your wife. Now you guys have had this collaboration with Vince, and you guys are racking up fighters under the Only Hands management team, right? Only Hands Agency, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Only Hands Combat Agency. I believe I'm a little punch drunk. I don't remember a whole lot, but I think it's Only Hands Combat Agency. Vince can put a comment on there, let me know if I'm right or wrong. But yeah, man. So look, Vince has been in the game for a little while. He's been around. He's knows how things work, knows how to do things. My wife, she's been doing good, man. I have zero complaints. Look, I'm sorry, I was finna say something. I gotta be nice.
So you're always popping shots at the old lady, huh?
Yeah.
Oh no! I was coming to her defense here. Actually,
okay. I thought you were messing around, being regular Bobo over here, messing around with your wife.
Oh no! There was blows that were coming, but they were not directed there. I promise you. No. I'll say this: my wife has got me sponsorship. She's gotten me more sponsorship money than what my fight purse has been on 2 or 3 different occasions now. So I've made more money in the sponsorship that she was able to get me. Yeah. Which is awesome. Dude, you want to talk about proud?
No, go ahead.
Come again?
No, I was going to say it always seems like you got.
But you want to talk about proud? My goodness.
I think we're on like a half a second delay here, so you can continue what you were going to say. Yeah, we're going back and forth, and we have just like, it might even be like a full second delay. So sorry about that, Bobo.
Yeah, I seen the delay. I figured it out after about 10 seconds of being a knucklehead over here. But no, man, look, yeah, she come in and not having any experience at all, and made me more money in sponsorship than what I made on my fight purse. And I'm sorry, I'm not real smart with all this stuff, but I feel that's a pretty doggone good job. It's pretty doggone good to be able to do something like that. Well, with Vince, having been in the game and having been doing this before, they teamed together and they kind of teamed up with one another and on me. I think they now I've got 2 people riding my case a lot. So,
oh man. Sorry to hear that, Bobo, but I mean, like you said, Vince been around for a while. Your wife was doing a great job. She was doing a great job on her own. It seemed like you always had a ton of sponsors, that's for sure. Now you guys got this team together, and it's not just you though. They've been signing all kinds of fighters, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do as a team. Larry Davis in the comments says he would like to drink Busch lattes with Bobo. That is a Busch Light, if you didn't know what that means. This long delay.
Yeah, I think he's falling behind.
I'm all about it.
He's all about it. So, hey,
look, natural light makes something called. Yeah, hold on. Let me see something here.
The delay's getting longer.
Yeah, I can see.
I just cut my Wi-Fi.
In the beginning, it was a little bit of a delay, but then it got really good for a while. But you're getting a little fuzzy now, and it's starting to. The delay's getting longer and longer.
Go ahead.
Well, no, you know what? He just cut off the Wi-Fi. Maybe
is it bad now?
No. Wait a minute. Somebody in the comment section says, "Stu Nod, there's no sound." I'm gonna say that we can hear sound. So you need to turn your phone up, sir.
Yeah.
Bobo's going in the house.
Yeah. Bobo's going in. He's got to go inside. It's time to go in. He's probably like, I need to go outside and get some quiet. You know, if my kids weren't in bed right now, this place would be a madhouse.
Now we're better.
Yes, perfect.
Hey, Bobo. So look, I'm gonna tell you, I had to come inside and sit right here, pretty well on top of the doggone router, Wi-Fi router.
Oh, that's much better though. I gotta tell you.
Good deal.
Hey, man, we were talking about your management team and your wife and Vince and whatnot, but they're bringing in they signed another guy who you're going to be sharing this card with, who is a former opponent of yours, who's going to be talking to us in a few minutes, Zach Calmus. Talk about your relationship with Zach since you guys fought each other that night. You guys have maintained a friendship, and now you guys are kind of like working together.
Yeah, man, definitely. Look, so I get a call on a Monday morning at 9:30 whenever I come into the break room at work. Asked me if I come up and fight in Birmingham on Friday. Yeah, sure. Who is it? Well, a guy come in through trials. We got no film, no nothing on it. All we know he's 2-0 in pro boxing. Great. So I could be walking in here to a sure enough straight out of prison killer. Let's go. Send me a contract. So anyhow, we go up there. And I walk into the lobby, the hotel lobby down there. And I see him. I think, I'm not completely stupid. I am a little bit, but not completely. I done looked him up on Facebook. I at least know what he looks like. Looked at his boxing record and all this jazz. Tried to figure out as much as I possibly could. So whenever I walked in and I seen him, I knew it was him. He sees me and he lights up, and comes straight to me. Bobo, man, look, it's nice to meet you, man. Big fan. Watched you on YouTube for a while, and even before the fight come up, I've always known who you was, this and that and this and that. I was like, man, that's pretty cool, So we sat down, we chopped up just a second. Well, it was kind of a deal to where we were getting along, and we could sit there and just cut up the whole day, it seemed. But it was kind of one of them deals where both of us kind of stopped at the same time. And it was kind of like, all right, I'm fixing to have to punch this man in the face. I felt like he had the same thought, so we just kind of went, or on little separate ways or whatever. But we get backstage, and I've got cuts and bleeding and everything, and his eye was swollen there about shut. And he's like, Bobo, man, thank you. I was like, dude, yeah. I said, how you feeling? He said, well, man, I feel pretty good. I feel like something's stabbing me in my eye. I said, well, let me see. So I grabbed him, opened his eye up, and he had dried blood in there, a pretty good bit of dried blood in his on his eyelids right there. So I took a little paper towel, rolled it up, and wiped the dried blood out of his eye. I said, here, try that. Let go of him. He's like, oh, man, yeah, that's so much better, dude. Thank you so much. we hugged right there, and then all of a sudden I was like, hey, come here, fat boy, go get your stitches. So I had to walk back and get my stitches, But let me tell you something else. So have either of you ever had stitches before? I'm pretty sure it's a yeah.
Yes,
I have not.
Oh, I have many times.
Well, okay, you suck at life. But anyway,
I did have stitches in my mouth because I had impacted. But that's different. That's
completely. So when you get stitches, they give you this numbing shot. Well, this numbing shot feels like they inflate a balloon up underneath your skin. That's the only feeling I ever get. It hurts like hell. And of course it doesn't hurt whenever they put the needles through you after they've already killed all the nerves with friggin' blowing you up like a balloon. I can't feel that spot for a month. Well, anyhow, after the fights, I get backstage. Do not give me that numbing shot. Just go to sewing, bud. This doctor wanted to argue with me for a minute. I was like, man, look, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not going to get upset with you. I'm just going to go to my locker room. I'm going to get dressed, and I'll go to the local emergency room, and they'll do it without giving me shots. He said, wait a minute, son, are you serious? Yes, sir, please. I promise to you I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm not trying to say I'll do this, right, because I won't. I was like, but I can't stand the pain of that numbing shot. It hurts. So this dude goes and sticks the needle all the way through, sews one stitch. She said, "How was that?" I said, "Perfect. Thank you so much." they just think I'm a little, whenever I ask not to get the numbing shot. But it feels so much better without it. You got the trauma of just having it cut open. It's numb anyways. Other than when they try to put that numbing shot in there, it comes alive for a second then.
Dude, you're a fucking animal. I'm gonna tell you right now, like every time you come on here, you give people more reason to like you even more, and that's another
feather in your cap there.
Another feather in the cap of Bobo for sure.
Look, man, I'm just a dad blame idiot from South Alabama, transferred over to South Mississippi now, and you just can't do nothing with me. My wife likes to try to keep me on a leash a lot. She likes kind of pop me when I go to talking too much. Like, shut up, get somebody else to turn. So she's like, "You're being an idiot." Hello, I'm acting normal. What do you expect, babe?
You have to put one of those collars on you and zap you every time you go to talk.
She asked about that, and I got the wrong impression. Let me just start off and say I got the wrong impression at first when she was talking about the zapping collar, and I was like, "I'm just not into that." No. Well, then once she spelled it out, then I got a little offended by that. Then you trying to say I talk too much, Mama? What's going on? I'll just shut up. So I give her the silent treatment for about 45 seconds.
You guys are a perfect couple. I swear to God. Everyone everyone loves the O'Bannons. But how far are you from Monroe now? You said you're now you're South Mississippi, so you can't be that far from Monroe, right?
Well, I'm about 35, 40 minutes from Hattiesburg, and I live in a town called Leakesville, Mississippi. Leakesville, and I think we're about somewhere between 2.5 and 3.5 hours from Monroe. I ain't somewhere in there. I know that's a pretty big gap, but we'll say 3 hours. Why not?
All right.
It's not horrible.
No, that's not bad.
No, I can manage it. It's a lot better than that 11.5 hour drive I took to South Florida to fight Mike Kyle. That was rough. And then the guy who was training me at the time, he likes to leave the night of the fight. He'll lay in a hotel room. He can't go to sleep. Got the adrenaline pumping and everything. So the night of the fight, he likes to leave. So I get finished fighting Mike Kyle, get my face stitched up again and everything, and go and get in the car, and we just
11.5 hours.
West. Yeah.
11.5 hours freshly stitched up.
Thanks.
Well, dude, let me tell you something right now. Anybody that's watching this show is obviously going to watch the event on October 1st, but everybody needs to watch the show because you always put on a show. Zach always puts on a show. You got the debut of Rothwell. You got the title fight in the main event with Hero and Quentin. I mean, not Hero and Lorenzo. But I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why I brought that up is because when we were in Birmingham that night and you were fighting Zach, at the beginning of that night, it was kind of a calm, quiet crowd.
Yep.
And Mike and I had been to a few events before that, and we're like, man, it's a real docile crowd around here. Like, nobody's really into this shit. What's going on here? Zach and Bobo get in the ring that night and blow the fucking roof off that place.
Oh, yeah.
And it never came back down. The energy level in that room never came back down. You guys basically set the tone for the rest of the night, and having both of you guys on this card together in separate fights now, guaranteed you guys are going to see fireworks in both of those fights.
Most definitely.
It's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, like, this is a sneaky, like, the people talk, the talk is about Lorenzo and Quentin mostly. And
right.
And that's what the company really, they pump the main event, but there's some sneaky good fights on the lower part of this card, and everyone needs to pay attention to that, man.
Oh yeah, this is going to be I've looked at it. It's going to be a really, really, really good card.
You got Caleb Harris. You got Caleb Harris. You got yourself. You got Zach. You got Caleb Harris. It's awesome, man, and we're really looking forward to it. And unfortunately, Mike and I planned on going to Monroe and seeing this in person and hanging out with everybody afterwards, but we are not going to make the trip. But we'll be watching live on the app, and then you know, we'll talk about it afterwards. But we're gonna speed round you, Bobo, before we bring in Zach real quick. And you know how this game, works. We got some good ones for you tonight. All right.
Come on, let's hear them.
Let's go. Speed round with Bobo O'Bannon. Make sure you guys are following his socials all at the bottom there. He's even on TikTok, the Brit and Bo Show, and his.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and his referral code's there. If anybody doesn't have the app, make sure you're using his app. Number 1 for Bobo O'Bannon. When was the last time you cursed and instantly regretted it?
Every day. Look, so I was raised, my father, this is something nobody knows, I don't think. My father was Southern Baptist pastor whenever I was being raised up. And he was a preacher man behind the pulpit, and he'd tell you all dirty jokes on the way to go eat with the deacons. So, you know, hit your finger shit, you know, damn this and, you know, everything else. So it was kind of, I kind of grew up cussing. And I've tried for a long time to quit cussing, and I really have put major effort into it. So every time I do say, you know, a bad word, I'm like, man, you stupid, fat, sorry, good for I want to beat the crap out of me.
Well, you know, Mike and I try to stop cussing as well, but we are full-time in the military, and I that goes out the window 10 seconds after I walk into work. So
yep.
Yeah,
no doubt. No doubt.
It's always the worst after drill. If we go to drill and we have to be in a room with all the guys from the shop for, you know, the whole weekend, when I get home, forget it. I can't stop. I don't know what it is. I just can't shut it off.
Oh, dude, Bobo, when I went on my first deployment, 21 years old, I went on a deployment in 2003. I came back 22 years old. I go back and I see my mom and dad, and my mom's just listening to me talk to my brother and my cousins and my friends and whatnot. And she goes, 7 times in one sentence. I was like, what? She was like, you said the F word to start the sentence and 6 more times throughout the sentence, and then you ended it with the F word. She's like, that is not okay. And my mom hates that word. I'm like, no. Yeah. She's like, yeah, I basically used it like a comma back then.
Man, look, it's so versatile, though. Verb, noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb. Yeah.
What are you, an English teacher?
Yeah.
No, but I do remember some of that crap, and I remember that word fits every description. All of them.
It's the most versatile word in the English language. Here we go. Number 2, Bobo.
What is your favorite thing to do outside of fighting?
Pick on my wife. She's so fat. So fat. And like sometimes I'll sit down and I'll look at her and I'll just be staring at her. Just she said, "What are you looking at, baby?" I'm like, I must have been drunk. I must have been drunk. When I said I do, was I drunk? I was drunk or high or something. But no, man, we pick on each other. We give each other flack big time. I love that woman dearly. I love my wife. I wish I'd have met that joker 10 years ago. I promise to you I do. Or 10 years before I did meet her. I love her dearly. Anybody that's around us know how we are. The stuff I was just saying is some of the bull crap that we give each other. You know, it's the only reason why I said it. Just got to be honest about it real quick. She used that material on me earlier in the week, so I get a chance to do it live and in front of everybody. I get credit for it. Hello.
You guys.
But yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do outside of fighting is spend time with my wife, man. It's fun. It's sincerely, it's like hanging out with your best friend. No doubt.
Could you have ever imagined that, like, your relationship would become a thing? You know what I mean? Like, you guys together is a thing.
Huh?
So you guys are so popular in the bare knuckle world, but it's your relationship with each other that's popular. Could you ever have imagined when you guys met each other that your relationship would be popular, you know, outside of your household and your family?
Not at all, man. So let me say this. I was playing a ton of tournament softball at times, slow pitch tournament softball. And every single weekend, matter of fact, she had to make me take 1 weekend off a month so that we can go. I can take her out and waste money on her. So, no, man. Everybody that always said that we had a good relationship. All of our little friends at the ballpark running around, and the wives and the husbands or whatever. I didn't realize it, but when I would walk away, the wives would be jealous that, I just stopped and kissed her, and I call her, mama. Hey, mama, you need something, and, just whatever. And, it's very obvious that she's my wife. Even some of the guys at the ballpark always would always tell her, away from me, thank God, because I didn't want to hear that bull crap. But they'd always tell her how awesome of a husband she has, because there was 2 girls that they would have taken to the behind the building that I brushed off and started talking about my wife whenever they was trying to hit on me, and so we had all that going for us at the ballpark or whatever. But on this level where you say we're at, nah,
it's really. Truly a cool thing that you guys got going. Everybody loves you for sure, and they love your relationship. Number 3 for you, Bobo. Everybody was an 80s pro wrestling fan, right? Well, who was your favorite in 1980s WWF pro wrestler?
Man, this was late 80s, early 90s, I reckon. But the Ultimate Warrior, dude.
Yeah.
Yes, the Ultimate Warrior. Look, I did not realize this. I want y'all to think about something real quick. All right. What was the Ultimate Colors fight attire colors?
Well, he always had the fluorescent colors. He always had
you use.
Are they fluorescent green and pink and yellow and stuff like that?
It's pink, yellow, orange, and I want to say there's like a green or a blue or something. I want to say maybe not, but I do. I had to Google it one time because we was talking about the Ultimate Warrior. I was like, yeah, man, he had all them bright, flashy colors, and that was the coolest thing in the world to me. A guy his size looks like him is going to have those colors. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I never, not once in years, have I ever thought about it. But playing slow pitch softball, I've always wore the knee high, thigh high socks or whatever. Keeps the dirt off my. I don't like that dirt, all that clay on your legs. Not for me, my buddy. But it keeps all that mess off your legs. And so I'm not just going to get some plain Jane color and wear it. That's stupid, So I always wore like the pink and green. That was a pair of socks I would wear during gameplay. Different colors and everything like that. Yeah, had me going out there with my little face paint, wanting to put my face paint on and wear my bands around my arms. Oh,
I'd be willing to bet. I would be willing to bet that they sell like the Ultimate Warrior mask that you could put over your face, and then maybe you should get that and the tassels and wear them their weigh-ins and come out.
Dude, that would be pretty cool.
Vince, get on Amazon and make that happen right now.
Yeah, I'll send you some money for overnight. Come on.
All right, man. Number 4.
The most stitches you've ever received after a fight.
All of them.
The whole thing, they ran out?
Yeah. I let them give me all the stitches I needed. Well, I can't even answer that. I honestly, I truthfully don't know. That 10 on one spot, 6 on another, 8. Look, the amount of stitches is the least of my worries. At that point, it's like, how big is it? Where is it at? How long is it going to be? One of them poofy ones? That's all the stuff I'm worried. I do not ever ask them how many stitches. If I had to guess, I'd probably say in the ballpark of 20.
20 after one fight? I like that.
I had a head and under an eye.
Well, you know what? You're a fucking warrior, and everybody knows that you didn't use the numbing stuff for any of that shit. So, right. my last question for you, Bobo, being the Bible Belt Brawler, all right? I grew up in a house where my grandmother used to say, "You goddamn kids," and she would say, "Jesus H. Christ." What does the H in Jesus H. Christ stand for? Because a lot of people do. Is it holy? Because
I'm fairly certain. I don't know for a fact, but I'm fairly certain, because only reason why I say that is because I have heard a few people in exclamation say Jesus Holy Christ. And but I think when they're saying it, I think there's a comma in between Jesus and holy. They're like, Jesus, Holy Christ. Yeah, I think is how it's said. But that's got to be what it is, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm from South, like down South, and I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a clue. Look, whenever they tell you when you get in trouble, they say, just go over yonder. Oh, okay, I sure will. Just where is that exactly? Where's yonder? I ain't found it yet.
You know what? Joe Ivy says a heathen like Mish wouldn't know. Let me tell you something, Joe Ivy.
I don't know.
I Googled this thing today. No, actually, I Googled it yesterday. So I'm going to tell you, Bobo, that I don't know if the Guardian.com, which is a religious website that I looked it up on, they said that in old like Latin language, the H Christ was like Christo or something like it was spelled like Kristo or something like that. And H, it was Ho, Christo, and it meant Christo meant the anointed. So it was Jesus the anointed, and they think that people started saying Jesus H Christ as like to shorten up the Christo thing.
Look, man, down south we make everything shorter. All right.
I don't know, man.
Except for sometimes they're not shorter. Like, my name's Bo. People call me Bobo.
Is your name? What's your real first name? Like on your birth certificate?
Nope.
You're not going to tell us?
Because
I'll tell you.
I think I found it before, but I won't say it.
BoxRec has you as
Bobby. Hold on. I'm fixing to tell you. So the reason why I don't like it is because I am a junior, and me and senior don't get along. We've talked, I think, probably 5 times since I was 18 years old. I'm 37 now, so maybe 4 or 5 times. But we never had a real good relationship when I was growing up, and even more so now that I've gotten older, I reckon. But I'm a junior, Bobby O'Bannon Jr., and I never, my family and outside at school, I'd introduce myself as Bobo, and the teacher would call roll Bobby, and so everybody just picked it up and started calling me Bobby. Because that's what the teacher called him. So, but at home and at the ballpark and everywhere else in my life, I've always been Bobo. And like you go to work and you ask some guys for Bobby, some of them's gonna have to stop and ask somebody who Bobby is. They don't know me by that. I'm everywhere. I've always gone by Bobo.
I can tell you that we didn't know you by that. We know you as Bobo, and I love pulling up BoxRec and a couple other websites before we bring our guests on, just so I can refer to your record and how many knockouts and all that little shit and I look over there and it says Bobby, and I'm like, who the hell's Bobby?
Yeah, that's not a good
looking at.
Yeah, some cotton picking idiot. I'll tell you that. Good night, man.
Bobo, we call them stew nods.
Oh, what's a stew nod?
It's Italian slang for an idiot, stupid. What are you doing, you stew nod, huh?
Are you stew nod? Stew nod's like a brain dead. He's like a brain, someone who's out of touch with reality. Are you stew nod? You know what I'm saying?
We needed to go ahead and just change that word to Bobo. Are you a Bobo?
The Bobo of the week. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, hello, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're fucking great, Bobo. We love having you on here. We love watching you fight. October 1st in Monroe, Louisiana, he gets to fight Ben Rothwell in his debut. How do you see this fight with you and Big Ben Rothwell going down?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Down. It's going down.
You said Ben Rothwell going down is exactly what you said. That's the last words you said. Go back and watch the footage. Ben Rothwell going down. No, I mean, look, I'm not going to talk any trash. I've seen him on a couple of interviews. He's been, very respectful and everything. And I'm not talking trash because he's also been respectful. I don't talk trash, man. I'll say goofy stuff like that just because I'm an idiot and you never know what's going to come off the top of my head. I'm just dumb. I say stupid stuff. No, man, And in all honesty, listening to Ben talking his interviews and everything, and having known who he was as the fighter and having seen film on him, I just expect it to be a gritty, nasty match. I really do. I know that me and Coach have been working on going out for the first 2 rounds and just blast him out. Blast him out in 2 rounds. And so that's what we've been working on. That's where we've put our effort. I hope to God it happens because round 3 comes and I don't know if I'm going to have any gas left for that. We're training 2 rounds. So, it's going to suck if round 3 comes around. I'm going to be broke. I'm going to see my broken spirits. But no, man, I see it being a slugfest. I really do. I see it being 2 men that go in there and bite down their mouthpiece, and it's going to come down to who wants it the best, who wants it the most.
We had him on last week before we let you go. He was very respectful for you, but he's looking. Obviously, he has 39 wins in his professional career. 29 of them were knockouts. So he looks. You all do. You're looking for the knockout when he goes in there. So I would imagine the 2 of you are going to put on a show as you always do. That's why they love having you in there, man. That's why they put you at the top of the card. With that said, we thank you very much for coming on the show tonight, and we're looking forward to seeing you. And we'll give you a second to say some last words here.
Man, I just want to say thank you to my wife and Vince Anderson with On the Hands Combat Agency Management, or whatever it's called. Help me out and everything they're doing for us. And sponsors he's getting us and all. And I would shout some of the sponsors out, but I'm kind of an idiot, and they tell me, and I don't remember nothing. I want to say I look forward to having Coach in my corner this time, actually, instead of just on these earbuds. That's how I communicate with Coach in between rounds. Usually, I don't even get to see the phone because there's so much. They're fixing my face, trying to fix my face. He ain't fixing this ugly thing, but they're trying to keep me from bleeding too much or whatever. And so all I get is the earbuds on, and Coach gets to talk to me and explain what he's telling me. And so I don't get to see him doing all this jazz and everything. That'd be cool, but whatever. So, but yeah, we're gonna have him here. Bobo O'Bannon and Ben Rothwell. We're going to put on a show. There's no doubt about it. I know I'm not just going to go in there and lay down. I watched Ben for years. I know he's not just going to go in there and lay down. So there's going to be fireworks. We're going to go in there, and I assume that the both of us are going to try to beat the tar out of one another.
I know it's going to be fireworks, dude. You always put on a show, and a lot of people are, highly anticipating Ben Rothwell's debut. Best of luck for you on October 1st. Can't wait to watch the fight, and thank you for coming on tonight, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Y'all have a blessed one.
All right, you too, sir.
Take it easy.
All right, that was Big Bobo O'Bannon. We're going to hold on. We're going to bring in our next guest in a second. I'm just trying to straighten a few things out real quick. We are going to go ahead and bring in our third guest, and we're going to ask that Zach just hang in there for a little bit. We're going to bring on Gogo Slaveski. He is 3-0 with 3 knockouts. Here he is out of Slaughterhouse Boxing. What's going on, Gogo?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Thank you for the invite on the show.
Absolutely, man. We've been wanting to talk to you for sure. Mike and I have developed a little bit of a friendship with some of the Slaughterhouse guys, and we've talked to Brian, we've talked to HD, we've talked to Jared, we've talked to Ryan. We haven't talked to you, man. And I'll tell you, you're coming up another very impressive, knockout. This moves you to 3-0. Yeah, man, 3-0, and you showed some adversity. You fought through a slight bit of adversity in this one. I think it's the first time you took a strong shot, and you showed us what's up, man.
Yeah. Well, he caught me slipping, to be honest. At the first round, I thought it's gonna be a slow pace start. And we're gonna, measure each other, whatever. And then he went in and, got the knockdown. And I got super mad about it.
I was gonna say you look like you as soon as you got up, you were like, oh hell no, and then you just came at him like crazy. It kind of reminded me of when when Starling and Faria just fought, and everyone thought that Faria got caught and she stumbled a couple steps, and you could just see the switch in her head was like, oh, hell no, I didn't just get hit like that. And that was it.
Yeah, he definitely turned the switch.
It's kind of like, do you remember Rumble Johnson, Anthony Rumble Johnson from the UFC? Rumble had this thing. If somebody like poked him in the eye or kicked him in the groin, do you remember like Rumble would have this fucking thing like, no, this motherfucker didn't just poke me in the goddamn eye. And he would demolish that dude in like the next 20 seconds of the fight. And that's what it was like when you were fighting this last time, man. It was very impressive. And we talked to Ryan a lot, and Ryan has the highest praise for you, man. Like you're one of his guys, and he sees a title around your waist sometime in the future. What's it been like being down in Florida with the Slaughterhouse guys and training with Perez?
Oh man, it's awesome. They accept me like literally like a family, you know, like inside and outside of the ring, helping me with everything, and just like being a real family. Like I can call them anytime and tell them all my problems, whatever. It's just a blessing. That's outside the ring. Inside, we're professionals. We're working on stuff. We're analyzing opponents. So it's definitely a great team.
You've gotten real close with some of the fighters that you train with in that gym.
Yeah, I'm very close with Brian and Howard. Also, you know, Jared, Bryce, Bobby. Everybody on that team is just like we're like a family. So, but I hang around with Brian a lot. Brian Duran.
Brian's a crazy guy. I love that dude, man. He's like the nicest guy ever, but he also seems like he could also turn on that switch at the drop of a dime.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He's got a interesting beef going with whoever the hell he's talking about fighting. Like, what is that all about?
He want to fight everybody, man. He just want he just won that title, and I you can feel his hunger as soon as you get around him. You can feel that he just want to get on it, like step on the pedal.
Yeah, man. He's an interesting. I mean, he's a extremely entertaining guy inside the ring, outside the ring. When we were you at the Orlando event when Arnold Adams fought DC Dylan Kleckler? Were you there with those guys or no?
No, I wasn't. No,
because the Slaughterhouse crew was there heavy that night, and we ran into them. They're like, and like you said, they travel in like a pack. They hang out in a pack all night long. They have a good time. Like I really like the Slaughterhouse crew. So you got yourself in there with a good crew, and what Ryan's doing is like building it, like bringing in Britton and Joey Beltran now, and you got Jeremy Smith in there. You're bringing in, like, the roster keeps growing, and you guys keep winning.
And it's all like nice people, like nice guys. You don't feel no envy, no shadiness. Like you can feel, realness. And that's what matters, that's why we're family.
We've talked about it with Ryan in the past. It's cool. You guys kind of have someone in every division, like one fighter dedicated to every division. And I like that about your gym, because you got Vinny at 120, or was it 135? And then you got HD at 45, Brian at 55, you at 65. You got, we
got Jared.
Jared at 35. It's pretty awesome. Now, can you tell us, like, did you grow up in Macedonia? Is that, or Northern Macedonia? What is?
No, we don't call it North. Like, that's just like, politics.
That's all of our research. That's everything says that, so we kind of had to like dig into it.
No, they changed our name because of politics, but we're not North. We're just Macedonia, pretty much.
And so, when did you come to the United States?
I came like 8 years ago when I was 19. I landed in Alaska first.
No way.
I lived and worked over there for like 3-4 months throughout the daylight, and then I moved to Chicago. I lived over there for 6 years, and then I came in Miami for like the past 2 years.
Those are some cold places.
Yeah, really cold. I used to work valet parking and all kind of stuff. It's just like I felt the cold on like some real stuff.
Oh my god.
Now, were you training? Were you fighting, boxing, doing MMA? Were you doing anything back in Macedonia before you came over to Alaska, or did you start training? Once you
I,
came over.
I was just training. I was just like training boxing, but I was not competing. I was a soccer player for 8 years in my teenage years,
Okay.
and then I moved to boxing, and I was not able to compete over there for some reason, and then I got myself in college just so I can come over here and get the visa, come over here, and then try my luck. I wanted to see like what I'm capable of doing, and then I saw that I'm pretty good at it.
You're pretty good at knocking people out.
Yeah, so I only had six amateur fights, and then I moved to the pros in boxing.
Right. And like you've succeeded pretty much the entire time. Now, how did bare knuckle come about for you? You said you were boxing. Would you have like 11 pro or 10 pro boxing
10,
fights?
10 pro boxing
Yeah.
fight. I got the same cliche story of like 90% of the people in this sport. I was fighting on the streets a lot, and to get out of trouble, like got into boxing, and then as soon as I saw that bare knuckle is on,
Was a
it's
thing?
legalized. Yeah, like you can fight legally bare knuckle and get paid for it. I was like, oh my god, this is like a dream come true.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Now how'd you end up getting hooked up with Mike? I mean, with Slaughterhouse.
Oh, me and Steffi Cohen, she's a powerlifter now, a boxer, and
Yep.
she was like, I want you to go to this gym. We checked it out. I sparred over there for the first time, got my ass whooped, but I didn't want to get out of the ring. Ryan was like, okay, enough. I was like, no, and he was like, okay, he's a little bit off. So yeah, so
And that's
yeah,
when he fell in love.
yeah, not on some gay stuff, but like
yeah. You saw that aggressive nature, that no quit, that heart, man.
Yeah,
You can't teach that.
That brotherly love. That's that brotherly love, man.
Yep, yeah.
You found a guy
And
that
then,
you would go to war with.
oh yeah, and that's how it happened, man. I'm telling you, they accepted me from the start, and I was just like, yeah, I definitely belong here.
Now you're like we already talked about. You're 3-0 in the 165-pound division in the BKFC. BKFC just keeps on growing. They keep on bringing in fighters. Where do you see yourself like a year from now, man? Like you're 3-0, and you've been winning in impressive fashion. 3-0 with 3 knockouts. You're in a division where that has, Joe Elmore and Caleb Harris and Elvin Brito, and there's a lot of big names in there, but there's a lot of fighters to choose from. Do you see yourself as a title contender in 3 or 4 more fights, or 2 more fights, 3 more fights?
So I definitely see myself as a title contender, even though a lot of people don't believe in it. I don't care. I want to fight Brito next, if that's a possibility. Because he's the ranked number 1 or number 2, and then I really want to fight for that title with Palomino, because I'm way more skilled than, and not to sound cocky, but I'm more skilled than a lot of these fighters in this division, and I want to compare myself with the top 3 guys. So I think I can prove that if they just give me a chance.
Man,
I think you're going to get your chance, I have to say.
I do too.
Thank you.
I think you got a lot going for you, man. I think your performances in the ring speak for themselves, but you got charisma. You got to look to you. The cock in the hands before, that's a nice little sprinkle a little flavor on there. And then now everyone saw you take a shot and go fucking beast mode There's a lot to like there, and I'm sure that David Feldman and the BKFC like to see that whole package there. So, you know, I don't know if they will give you Elvin Brito right off the rip, but I feel like you have earned a shot at somebody in like the top 5 for sure. And hopefully Ryan Perez is or who is Ryan managing you, or is it Nelson? Who do you got, man?
Yeah, both. Yeah,
both you guys, both of them.
Yeah.
So those are guys that can get it done for sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I definitely want to fight a guy that is ranked. You don't mind. Like, I don't mind. I'm patient. I don't care if it's next fight, the fight after that, or like within a year. I'm here to stay. So whatever they want to put in front of me, you know,
well,
it's gonna get demolished.
Right now, you're at 5. Johnny Pantoja, he is at 4. Caleb Harris has a fight right now.
He's fighting Harris Stevenson.
Yep, and he's at in 3rd, and then Wade Johnson's in 2nd, and Elvin Brito is 1st.
Wait, I'm ranked right now.
You are ranked at number 5. So if you did not know that, you are.
Congratulations.
You are ranked at 5th.
Oh,
yep.
Okay, thank you.
So there you go.
I didn't know that.
Yep. If you go on, so if you use the app, you might not see it there because for some reason it doesn't translate on the app. But if you go on like a computer on the website, I'll show you in a second. I'll screenshot it. I'll bring it up as we talk. But yeah, you're number 5 right now.
Yeah, can you repeat the first 4 guys?
Yeah, Elvin Brito is 1st, Wade Johnson 2nd, Caleb Harris 3rd, and Johnny Pantoja at 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, line them up.
That's awesome. You didn't know. I mean, if like
Mike,
Mike just said, I always look at the app on my phone, so I didn't see that either. I'm looking at it right now on my computer over there. So that's good shit, man. If you had, I mean, you already said it. I was going to say Elvin Brito would be your, if you had your fucking call out shot right now, it would be Elvin.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, good for you, Gogo. I mean, like, we're excited to see you in the ring, and we're glad to have you on the show. I'm going to throw your social medias. Hold on a second. Let me fix that. We're going to put your social medias across the bottom there, and then we're going to ask you some questions, all right?
Okay.
Some speed round questions to get to know the man from Macedonia, Gogo Slaveski. Here we go. Here we go. Number 1, do you think ghosts are real?
No.
No. Fuck ghosts.
Never.
Yeah.
Never that.
Gogo's like, I don't got time to play that shit, man.
Yeah,
I don't.
Number 2.
I was gonna say, what about aliens?
Yeah, there's something out there probably, yeah. But I can't care about that, you know, so I don't think about it too much.
This guy's he's focused, man. He's too focused for that shit. Number 2, Gogo.
Okay.
Who is the most famous person to come from Macedonia that we would know?
You would know. Well, we have a basketball player that was playing in the NBA, you know, name is Pero Antic. But other than that came in the States, I don't know, we have soccer players that are famous, we have handball players, but that's not a sport that you guys are watching over here. So
you know what I read? Mother Teresa.
You're talking about
anybody, anywhere.
Anybody?
Any most popular person that came from there. But I was reading and I thought Mother Teresa, but I didn't look any further than that because I was like, I wonder who else. You know?
Yes, but Alexander the Great is her biggest name.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
see, that's cool.
Yeah.
We have learned something tonight. Alexander the Great from Macedonia.
Yeah, he's Macedonian.
Yeah, and
awesome.
Let me interject here. There you go. It's very kind of small because the screenshot, you're on the side there, and they got the champ like super big in the picture. But yeah, there you are, number 5. You're on there.
Yeah.
Man, post that to your Instagram, my friend.
Oh, most definitely.
Get it out there. Number 5. Here we go. On his way to number 1. All right, number 3. What is the largest wild animal that you think you could kill with your bare hands?
The largest tiger.
A tiger?
Yeah.
The tiger's aren't they like 3,000 pounds?
Yeah, but it's a cat in the end of the day, you know.
Just fucking give it one of those uppercuts.
Yeah.
It's a
He's
fucking
pussy cat.
All right, number 4.
Do you know anyone that dresses better than Ryan Perez?
Yeah, me.
Oh shit!
Oh man, he's always dapper. That guy's always dressed dapper with his fucking bags.
No, he's dressed. Yeah,
his shoes and his bags and his shirts,
his backpacks and shit, man. We were hanging around with him in the fucking airport, and me and him look like a couple of pores.
Yeah. Kyle and I next to him, we look like a couple of pores with t-shirts and jeans and some like old school like dunks on or some shit.
Yeah,
this guy's he's dripping from the head down, from the floor.
He's making me look homeless too, but I don't mind.
Oh man, it's funny. And the last question for you, man: who's the craziest one out of you guys in the slaughterhouse gym?
Who's the craziest?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know, man. There's a lot of lunatics over there, to be honest. I don't know who's the craziest. Brian is up there for sure. Let me tell you that.
That's who we figured you were going to say. We figured you were going to say El Gallo.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. And, you know, then it's probably me after him.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
You fit right in over there with those fucking crazy guys that are, you know what? They're not just crazy though. They're very skilled fighters coming out of that gym. It's proven across the board. Like you guys have a very high win percentage coming out of that slaughterhouse gym. How soon can we see you back in there, Gogo? I'm assuming you didn't take any damage at all in that last fight.
No, I got a little bit of black eye.
Little shiner.
Yeah. But other than that, no, I'm healthy, thank God. Hopefully, I'll get on the show this in December in the Hard Rock. I'm hoping for that one. But if anything pops out sooner, I'll take it. If anything pops out later, then I'll take it. I mean, you know, I'm just hoping for something that is gonna be soon, and I don't really care who I'm gonna fight as long as it's ranked.
And that's the attitude that, you know what, in the sport that you're in the attitude that you have, as long as you come out of a fight relatively unscathed with no injuries and you're willing to jump back in there, this sport is perfect for someone like yourself because they will throw fights on a card on 2-3 weeks notice pretty often, dude. We see it happen a lot. So you know what I mean? You guys stay ready over in your gym. You stay sharp, and I'm sure you'll get another fight before the end of the year for sure.
Yeah. I'm hoping for that one too, and that would be awesome, man. That will definitely put me up in the rankings now that I'm ranked.
Now that you're ranked, well, congratulations on that, man. Gogo, thank you for coming on the show tonight. Mike, you got anything else?
Thank you for inviting me.
Nah, man, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to talk to you for the first time, and I'm sure we'll see you a hell of a lot more in the future.
Appreciate you guys. Hopefully next time you see me and talk to me with the belt.
Hell yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for coming on, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
See you
later.
Gogo Slaveski, man, the man from Macedonia. That dude is a stone cold killer, and you know, Ryan always has nothing but like the highest praise. Like he loves all his guys, like, for sure.
Yeah,
but like he always pumps up Gogo to us. He's like, you got to get Gogo on the show, and we've been wanting to have him on the show, and finally, now he's 3-0 with 3 knockouts. Okay, it was good to talk to him. And we got one last guest for the evening here. He was going to come on second, and he was nice enough. He was nice enough to swap spots with Gogo.
Yep. Thank you. Zach.
I think he's ready. I think he's ready on there.
I saw him for like a split second there.
I don't know what we're looking at in that weight room.
I think he put his phone down. So before he'll catch up in a while. But we had Bobo and Gogo. I was thinking about that in my head.
The Bobo and Gogo show.
Yeah, the Bobo and Gogo show.
The Bobo and Gogo show. Two good guys, man. Bobo, you know what? Bobo's a damn sweetheart, isn't he, man? Like
I know.
You cannot hate nobody. You can't not be a fan of Bobo. We just lost Zach. I don't know what just happened. He just fell off.
He'll pop
Zach,
back.
come back in here, man. But we're gonna have Zach Calmus coming on, and you know we love Zach.
Oh man, Zach, we talked about him the other night. First time we met him.
Hold on a second. Big Ben's always
Connor
trying.
Tierney. Yes,
Connor Tierney just fought at 155 pounds against Tyler Goodjohn. He goes back and forth, right?
No,
that was 155.
That was Lily.
Oh, that was Lily.
Yeah. No, Connor.
Oh no,
Tierney.
Connor. Okay,
yeah, he fought. Yes, Joe Elmore. He should be in the top 5.
Yes.
However,
didn't he fight at one? So he fought.
No, he fought 165. And here's the thing: is they don't.
He was going 155 though.
They don't count fights that happen outside. I don't know why, but I think that's why he's not in the top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they don't do that.
Is Connor only 2-0?
Yes, in the BKFC. In BKFC, he's 2-0.
I swear that he said that he was moving to 155 though.
I don't know.
Maybe I saw it in an interview, or maybe he said it to us. I don't know.
We haven't.
But either way, no, he should definitely be in the top 5. You're right, 165.
But you know what? They're, for whatever reason, they don't count. And well, actually, we got the answer of why they don't count.
Because the rule set
records outside.
I can't remember.
The rule sets are different. The rounds are a different length. They're a different length, and there's more of them sometimes, so they don't count it. So I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense, because Chad Mendez is 1-0.
Right. Well, here's the thing. That company that does those rankings should be fired. Okay. They should have been fired day number 2. They just keep coming forward with some pretty horrible damn rankings. But hey, keep on keeping on.
All right. With that said, we got our last guest of the evening. He is going to be fighting October 1st on the Monroe, Louisiana card against Juan Torres. One of everybody's favorite fighters. Super entertaining. Fucking brawler in the ring, man. He brings the energy every single time. He's one of our favorite people, Zach Calmus. What's up, brother?
How you guys doing?
You got that what's up, dude?
I pulled this right out. I was dressed in my baklava. Shout out the man, Mike Perry. I like the way that he said, I'm faceless right now because anybody could do this. You just have to have the balls to, toe the line.
Zach's sitting over there. You got gloves on your hands. Yeah, you're looking like you're ready to kill, man. But you are representing your new management company on your shirt there. I see that.
Yes, only hands.
Yeah. Tell us about this. Tell us about the new venture in life. Zach Calmus signing with Only Hands Combat Agency and getting himself a fight right off the rip.
Well, I can say that I'm blessed. I've completely stepped up the training camp. I've involved all kinds of new coaches and new sparring partners in my environment. My everyday life is filled with champions. Really, really good fighters. So that's really helping me progress. As always, just fighting all the time. I've stayed very active.
Zach, you had been posting some pictures in the recent month or so, and you were looking slimmer and trimmer. Have you been shedding the pounds off and like trying to go a different route with the body style there?
So, I was definitely. Well, I was getting in phenomenal shape, and I was getting really light, and I was like around 209 at one point when I got on the scale. Wow. And that didn't feel right. You know what I mean? It just didn't. I felt terrible, to be honest with you. I reached a point where I wasn't getting the same. I wasn't enjoying my life. You know what I mean?
It was too much,
and the weight cut was just kind of not. It wasn't. It was too much, because you could fight a guy at 200 and they could be 6'4" as well. They could be 6'3" at 200. So, you know, I gotta fight strong. And that's kind of what I've decided is to fight strong.
Sticking at the heavyweight. Hey, Zach, a lot of people are asking in the comments.
Fight better. Am I healthier weight? Yeah.
Zach, can we ask you a question? People in the comments are wondering, how's the dog? How's King?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I'm having trouble hearing you guys. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh. All right. Well, we can hear you just fine, Zach.
Okay.
People are asking about how's the dog?
Oh, the dog is very good. Look at this beautiful boy. Oh yeah.
Right
And
there.
he's doing great. You know, both dogs are great. Definitely, you know, time just passes by quickly. So
I know it.
I'm blessed to still have both of them with me, man. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody who helped me out with that. King's not had any problems since then. So
that's great. That's great.
Yes,
And
cool.
that was so long. I mean, like, it seems like that was, you know, that just went by, but that was like all the way back in, when was that? Like December, November or something?
It
like
was a long time ago.
That was when I was
before New York.
That was when I was preparing for the Nolan fight.
November?
That was
Yeah.
November. New York 1.
November.
I was getting ready for New York 1. November, it was the first fight in New York. New York 1. It was when we were getting ready for that one.
You know what's weird? Like, we never really got clarity on that.
Yeah.
On that
we talked
fight
to him, I think, October 27th, dude. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's weird that, like, there was never really, like, clarity on why Nolan Smith went
AWOL.
Like, AWOL.
He bounced.
And
that's
I don't want to say too much. You know, he had reached out recently. He reached out in the last couple of weeks and asked me if you know, if anything he could do to make it up to me and have an opportunity to fight me again. And you know, I told him that's out of my hands. You know what I mean? With what happened before, that's completely. I mean, I don't make those. I don't make those calls. I know you probably. If he would talk to a friend and try and line the fight up again. And I don't know when they're going to New York, but Nolan was very friendly. He offered to pay for my training camp and you know, give me some cash or whatever from the purse or whatever he had said was very, very respectful. So I told him, you know, I'd fight you, but you know, I don't know if that's in my future or not. You know what I mean? Obviously not right now, you know.
That was just an odd thing because we had talked to him like the week before your fight, or the fight was supposed to happen, and he was like rip roaring and ready to go. It was like
I know.
Yeah, I don't. It was just so
the
strange,
whole time, you know. The whole time I was kind of going off his energy, and he was training really hard. So I kind of just like, oh boy, he's coming to take my head off. So I was hitting the gym 3 times a day, just like I am now, getting ready for him, and. You know, it is what it is. It just didn't come to fruition. So, you know, what can I say? You know, life is crazy. Life is crazy.
That it is.
Life is crazy. I'm gonna say I can't account for what happened with another man, and whatever it be. Like I said back then, and now we're on a good basis. It's a sport. I don't.
He just froze.
Yeah, I think he froze.
You know, Big Ben. So Big Ben, that was the night that we got to meet Big Ben.
Why does my shit freeze like that?
I don't know, but that was he brings up a good point in the comment section. That whole event was kind of weird. It had your situation with Nolan, but it also had David Morgan getting booted from the event for eating pizza. You remember that?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that with Ziggy. He was supposed to fight Ziggy.
Yeah, that was right.
I ate with a buffet with Ziggy. after the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
We all ate. That's we ate dinner, and then the next day I found out that. But you know,
it's just
I don't know. What are you gonna do? People are crazy. I'm so used to it. I went to the amateur boxing program, you know, and I learned how to make weight if I had to, which was once ever in my life. I made 200. And, you know, I learned how to be professional, how to go to a weigh-in, how to do a fight camp, go to weigh-in, how to do everything. And then, you know, you grow from that. You meet promoters and coaches, and then you kind of just start building on top of that, and you start cornering guys, and it's just a circle of life. You know what I mean?
You know, since your last fight, you won against Kyle McElroy, and it's been quite a bit of time. It's been a little bit since that fight. Since then, have you been going to any other gyms or training with any other people, or have you been staying at home training with your normal crew?
So my regimen, like I said, has been crazy. This fight, it brought new life to my career. You know, it just brought more excitement to the game, and I just wanted to keep it going. So I started training with guys all the time who were very experienced. I didn't want to work with anybody who was, you know, 1 year in the gym, 2 years in the gym, you know, playing around with it. I started training more with champions, you know, people that had put in their time and put in their work, and they could fully bust my head open if they wanted to. You know what I mean? I was working with guys who were heavy hitters. So my main sparring partners have been Steve Vukosa, who won the WBC green belt. He's a monster. You know, he's 6'7". He's a lefty. And Steve is a monster. You can look up Steve Vukosa, great boxer. I've been working with Fly Mike Marshall, champion out of Connecticut. He is the New England champion, and Big Fly Mike is a monster. So he's also a New England champion. I've been sparring with Tracy Johnson. That's Bubu Andrade's brother. So I've been sparring with world champions' brothers. I've been going to all the best gyms and working with the hardest kids that I can find. I've been going to Grealish Boxing Gym, which has been there forever, working with Mr. Grealish, and he's been putting me in there with tough seasoned fighters, you know, with 8-10 pro fights. Nobody less than that. Only working with guys who are capable of, you know, violence. I mean, these guys will cut you wide open and leave you on the mat if you're not sharp. You know, I sparred 30 minutes straight the other day on a track. No headgear, you know, working six. Yeah. That's with a professional boxer with a WBC green belt. I'm not just working with some guy on a track. I'm working with a world champion. So
that's great, man.
You know, and that's with, like, you know, people are running the track. It's downtown in Quincy, and people are running the track and watching. So they're getting the experience of not only working with a high level opponent, you're also getting the experience of, you know, people watching you while you're sparring. So that's a big thing. I don't really like to do close sparring. I like people to see what I'm doing so I can get used to fighting in front of people a lot. And even take that to a new level. I go to the YMCA by choice to hit the bag, because in the morning there's like 250, 300 people there. And I go and I pound that bag so I can get used to just furthermore my comfortability in front of people, you know.
How does the YMCA handle you there punching that bag?
They know me. I live on the street adjacent, so I literally live like behind I can almost throw a football at a YMCA. I'm really close, so it's like part of my house. I'm there all the time. They should give me a little cot and let me stay. But it's a brand new facility, and they know what I do. Everybody is so excited about my fight, and everybody's really nice to me, you know.
Last time we saw you in person, right? We were out in Wichita, Kansas, right?
Yep.
And your crazy ass was helping Nick Villar cut weight, and that Yeah, that gym that they were cutting weight in.
Oh yeah.
You were walking around that place. I could smell the fear. I could smell the fear coming through the pores of the people that were working out in this place. I'm like,
I was like, dude, what is going on today?
I was like, yo, I'm like, look at this crazy bastard walking through the fucking gym over here. Like, you just looked like you would snap in an instant. And like people are like over there, like lifting, and like you'll walk by and they like put the weights down and like back up. I was like, dude, maybe somebody should go get Zach before something bad happens in this place, man. You were fired up for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I walked in the locker room to change real quick or whatever I had to do, and I looked to my right and I see Mike Richmond, Mike the Marine Richmond. I see him to the right, and I was like, "Hey, Mike, how you doing? You know, I'm a big fan. I think you're just amazing and everything. You know, I do. A lot of the guys I'm a big fan of. You know, I'm a newbie on the scene. I'm new on the scene, so I'm showing respect, and I'm just happy to see the guy. And then Bobo tells me, then Coach Chris Jensen comes to me. He's like, yeah, Mike's like came up to me. He's like, yeah, your boy Zach, he's intense. But I've been getting that my whole life.
Hey, for someone like Mike Richmond to say that you're intense, that's saying something, because Mike's one of the most intense people I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh yeah, he's you know, Mike is the most intense person, one of the most intense people I've ever seen. It was an honor to hear that, you know, that he had said that, and you know, I think he's a great guy, you know, just a great guy. After his fight, he gave me, at that fight down there, he gave me his fight poster.
Oh, nice.
He to hang up at the gym for the kids. I was going through a little bit of a transitional period with the gym, and I know Chris's daughters love Mike. You know what I mean? They go way back. So I gave the poster to Chris, and he hangs it in his house for his awesome. For his daughters, and she wants to be a MMA star. So that's just that warms my heart. You know, the whole circle there. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. It's a tight community. It really is. Like, there's a tight community with these fighters. There are guys that have their animosity towards each other, of course.
Yeah.
And it's you're gonna have that in combat sports. But for the most part, a lot of people look out for each other in this sport, and I really like that about it.
I think a lot of people bring it on themselves. The animosity, they go out of their way to cause problems. I think really they do. They stick their nose in shit that's it's, you know how sticky it gets. You don't have to get involved with that.
Yeah.
I've learned better. You know, I've stuck my nose out there a few times when I probably shouldn't have, and I just pray never to do it again. So what you do is you go home and you lock that shit down. Okay, you don't make that mistake again. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. I mean, I feel like your relationships are like we're saying, it's such a tight knit community. But yeah, sure. Like I would say, obviously, you're not going to be having Christmas dinner with Kyle McElroy, right?
No,
but on the other hand, you have Chris.
I hope
to
God we don't have to do that. But
awesome.
If it was Christmas dinner, we might have to. I would break bread with a kid if it was in a normal situation, you know. But I mean, how normal can it get with a guy? How he's been, you know, masquerading against. But it's been he seemed to have gotten a little bit better, you know. Whatever. I think
he took a hard shot in his last
mistakes.
One. Hey, but you're going to be coming.
Getting hit. It happens.
Yeah,
you know, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody.
It absolutely can. And
I would not want to get clipped like he did against Watson. I wouldn't want to get, you know, I wouldn't even want to fight him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a big boy, man. Giant hands.
Sipping out of a straw. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you went through.
Being honest, you go in.
Yeah, you went through.
A lot of guys like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I'll fight anyone. Fuck you. Okay, and you fucking end up on a fucking defibrillator. You know what I mean? It's why do you think I'm so nice to everybody? Because I'm not trying to pick up enemies. I'm really not. When you fight me, it's only business. That's it. We can make a great fucking show. Look at me and Bobo did. We can have a good time even, but we can have a hell of a fight without hating each other. So yeah,
we just talked to Zach earlier tonight. We talked to Bobo, and I told him, I'll tell you the same thing I told him, man. When Mike and I were in Birmingham, do you remember? I mean, you were backstage warming up, so there was a dullness to the crowd out earlier in that card. Like there was not a lot of energy. People were quiet. It was so quiet in that arena, and me and him were like, "What in the fuck is going on here? Like, where's the energy?" Bobo and you came out and cranked that bitch to 11, and it never came down for the rest of the night. That fucking night was so awesome. When your fight came out, from that
started
point,
when you
that
punched
point
your mask off your face on the way out to the ring. I'll tell you,
went crazy.
Yeah, it was something, man. It was a classic slugfest for sure.
My router, I'm just gonna put it on top of it. I'm sorry, I'm moving closer to the router.
That's all good. You want to know what? This is the exact same thing that happened with Bobo. At first, it's a little slow, then it caught up, then he had to get near the router. And now you get near the router.
That's what I'm doing. I got a little. I'll just do it right here. It's fine.
It's all good.
I'm getting it.
Well, Bobo, but I mean, Zach, we won't keep you too long tonight, but we do want to talk a little bit about your opponent, Juan Torres. He's a 3-fight veteran. He's got a 1-2 record, and he's a big southpaw. So, and you already said you were training with a lefty world champion. So how do you see this fight against Juan Torres playing out, man? You see you dragging him into deep waters, finishing him off quick. What are you thinking?
Well, I think that a fight depends on the fighters. So I can't accurately give my game plan for the fight necessarily until the fight starts. Now, I have to train for all kinds of possibilities. I could have a fighter rip off that scratch line like a NASCAR. I could also have somebody who wants to take it into late waters. Are they going to come forward? Are they going to run? I know he's not a runner, and I know he's insanely tough. Yeah. So I don't want to say too much. We're live. So in terms of game plan,
we don't want a game plan. We don't want a game plan.
In terms of a game plan, I definitely have one, and I think the key to victory is sticking with it, and that's where it becomes tricky. When you're in the pocket and the punches are being thrown, when you get drawn into a brawl, a straight brawl, and it being bare knuckle brawl, it's anybody's fight. If you got 250, 240 pound plus guys swinging it for the fences, it's anybody's fight.
I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I remember watching Juan Torres fight Steve Aurelius down in fucking Hollywood, Florida last year. BKFC 18.
Yeah, I watched it.
That fight was not very exciting. It was not a Zach Calmus fight. It was not a Bobo O'Bannon fight. That fight, I remember, that was like one of the few bare knuckle fights that I've ever been to live where people in the crowd were kind of booing it. Do you remember that, Mike?
I watched it. I can't really say I would never boo a fight. That's not me. But at the same time,
they were a little more tactical. Though.
I just think when
really
you're watching,
but like the crowd was getting antsy with that one.
It's so hard when you're in there. Fighters make fights. That's all I can say about that. Yeah. Maybe it was just a combination of Hercules and Juan Torres didn't play out to be a good night.
They didn't complement each other well.
It doesn't, really. Right. I don't think it makes either one of them non-promotable or a bad fighter or not exciting. Right. I think that wasn't a good matchup maybe. Or maybe it was an off night. It could have been a matter of factors. Maybe it was a great matchup if it happened this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. You just never know.
Fighting is not like football or baseball or horse racing. It's not like anything else, really.
No, man, and
that's why we love it.
That's why we love it. You know what? This is such a. For any combat sport fan out there that hasn't like ventured over and at least checked out bare knuckle yet, they are fucking missing out so bad. And I tell people all the time because we're friends in our unit. We have guys that are big time boxing fans, big time MMA fans. They watch all the UFC events, and me and Mike been at this podcast for almost 2 years now, and we've been pumping this sport up the whole time. And there's still fucking knuckleheads out there that haven't slid over there and checked it out. And I'm like, I was telling somebody today, I was like, dude, I am telling you, go watch one of these events. And even better yet, after you watch a couple of them on the app or however, try to get to one live. It'll change your fucking outlook on combat sports forever.
You know what people ask me when I so you ask me how people react when I'm at the YMCA. And there's soccer moms and soccer dads and soccer kids and just community, just all kinds of people. I'm saying
Just a lot of soccer,
just a whole lot of soccer.
And then they're beating the shit out of the bag.
CrossFit community in there doing weird things, doing crazy things. Yep. I go to a CrossFit gym now.
There's kids school programs there and shit.
All kinds of craziness. I'm pounding the shit out of it. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like the bag is almost down. The bag is almost down.
You're probably the only person who's put damage on that bag in that.
Yeah, it's softer than when I went in the beginning, and everyone knows that what I'm getting ready for, and they're like excited, about it. I'm kind of leading the charge for Massachusetts heavyweights. For bare knuckle, I'm the first heavyweight to have a license for bare knuckle. John Sullivan. I feel like it's my duty, if you will. It's not even a choice; it's a duty to fight bare knuckle and continue history. And I was at the beach today, and I didn't expect to see anybody I knew. It was like 5 o'clock, and the beach is cold and it's gray. It's starting to get darker out, and it's 5:30. And I went to the beach to jump in. So I got sparring tomorrow. And I get out, and I'm pounding the sand. Boom, boom, putting, boom, big shots in the sand. I'm just working the sand. And the guy's like, when's the next fight, Zach? When's the next fight? I'm like, that's awesome. That he knows.
That's awesome. You got the community behind you for sure, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it feels good when you're not looking for it and it comes, because I'm not. That's what's so genuine about. I think I don't like the word fans. My friends that follow me, my people that follow me and that love seeing me fight, win, lose or draw. They really do support me. It's like almost like a cult. It's really weird. I see like strange things done for me all the time. They're good things. And then once in a while I look to my left or right and I'll see a wink from somebody and I'll be like, oh, that's my people. That's like, cool, Zach, they took care of that. I'm like, yeah,
that's awesome because a lot of people now are in that mind state that this is some sort of sick, brutal sport. And it's good to hear that people, instead of like looking down on it or thinking that it's some sort of fucking pit fighting blood sport, they're actually supporting somebody from their community that's doing it, and that's fucking good and refreshing to hear, man.
And it's also the way I carry myself too. I noticed that when I'm in my head, when I'm in myself, in my right mind, I'm doing everything that I know that I want to do, and I'm doing it to the highest level. I'm receiving that energy more so I'm getting that response from people, even more tenfold. So I know just to do more and more and more, because they're picking up on it. You know what I mean? And they're like, we want that, Zach. When are they coming to the Garden? When are they going to come to the Encore? When are they going to? I'm like, listen. We're coming up. It's going to be Connecticut, and then it's going to be Massachusetts. So I mean, you already know who's leading the charge.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And when we were down in Albuquerque and we talked to David Feldman, he said I ask him almost every time we see him because we're New England guys, man. When are we going to get this shit up in New England? We need it up north. And he was like, listen. I just had a really good conversation with a very big casino up there. He didn't say what it was,
Hopefully
but
it's
he was
Mohegan
like,
Sun.
I'm very confident that we'll be in the New England area in 2023. And with that, I felt so fucking good when he said that because it has to be.
So
if he's going to say a big casino in New England, Foxwoods and Mohegan are the two biggest out there. If it's
how
not
crazy that show would be.
Oh my God, it would be
come
fucking.
On, man.
I would love it.
Mohegan Sun Arena.
Promote the shit out of that thing.
Oh yeah, Mohegan Sun Arena. I bet you that thing would fill up, and that arena is made for combat sport. It's like there is not a bad seat in that house. We've been to many Bellator events there. Like there's not a bad seat in the house. Mohegan Sun is perfect for it, but you know what? Maybe Foxwoods gonna try to scoop up bare knuckle to compete with the MMA that goes over there at Mohegan. So either way, long story short, he said 2023. So
you know how exciting it is. It's so exciting. I have people call me every day, tell me I'm so excited for your fight. I'm so Zach. Okay, take a deep breath. It's okay. All right, call me later. Zach, call me after. I'll call you after work. All right, you do that. And I'm at peace right now. Because I know how crazy it gets too, and it's all as crazy as you make it. We're getting paid to go in there and fight and put on a show. So I think there's a message to the roster. Young fighters, don't overplay. I've helped a lot of the younger fighters who have come into the BKFC, kind of through their first debut. I've helped guys, get over their whatever it is they're going through with the fighting. You know what I mean?
Their jitters.
Kids and adult kids. I've cornered a lot of guys, like over 15 guys in boxing and bare knuckle now. So it's like I've picked up a little experience, and I fought myself now so many times. I fought 23 times in the amateurs. I did like 10 smokers when that was still legal. So I had 33 fights going into the pros, and now I'm coming up on my 4th pro fight. So butterflies, they don't really exist for me. It's not the same thing. I get the nerves obviously to fight, but then I just turn that into energy. It turns on, bang.
God damn it.
He's freezing.
Not close enough to the router.
Yeah, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get a speed round in with him, and as soon as he unfreezes, Zach, we're going to do a speed round with you, and then we're going to let you go tonight. But before we do, I just want to say that you drew a lot of people in here, man. Jeremiah Riggs is in there. Bobo's watching. One of your biggest fans, Larry Davis, is in there. I don't know who Jeffrey Calmus is. Is that your dad?
Everybody watching. Jeremiah Riggs. That's my dad.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my dad. Hey, Dad. So my dad has COVID, everybody. My dad has COVID. That's another reason why I was wearing the mask earlier, just for representation. I just hope everybody can, say a prayer for my dad that he feels better, because that really stinks. You know what I mean? He just got back from a huge meeting. He was working all week, biggest meeting of the year. He drained himself, and he probably got COVID in the air. He probably got COVID in the airport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just worked all week.
We'll never forget that when we asked, like, you come from like a fighting family? You're like, nah, man, my dad sets up meetings and my dad sets up meetings and shit.
Yeah, it's cool.
You're a character, dude. But, all right, man. Let's
get well soon.
Get well to your pops.
Yeah,
man.
I hope my dad gets better. And he will. He's a good athlete. He stays strong.
All right. Well, you know what? It's about that time. We're going to speed round Zach. Shark Attack. Calmus. Here we go. Number 1 question for you, sir. I got some good ones here. What's the last non-pornographic movie that you watched strictly for the nudity?
007, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Who's in that?
Spy Who Shagged Me. I don't know. Ivana Humpalot. Yeah, I watched that. I think I spanked it, but it wasn't. I wasn't spanking it to the to the movie. I have some porn in a bag.
Dude, oh my God! Don't go get it.
Don't go get it. We can, in a bag. Yeah, you could show the bag.
Oh, okay.
I just show the bag.
Hey,
I classy. I'm not fucking screaming.
I asked
Hooters
this
on my
question
TV.
to Mike earlier today, Zach. I asked Mike, I said, Mike, what was the last pornographic movie you watched strictly for the nudity? He had the answer quick. Mike, what'd you say?
Well, so this is a long time ago because I can't think of anything like recently, but it was Swordfish because in Monsters
Halle
Ball,
Berry.
because Halle Berry, they were like, oh, Halle Berry's gonna be in it. I was like, oh god, I gotta see this movie, but I didn't watch any of the movie at all. I just fast forwarded through real quick.
You know
got
what?
this scene and then I'm done. I never even watched that movie. I don't care about it.
I know which one I
That
watched.
was when I was like 16.
I can tell you that I watched a movie called Under the Skin, starring Scarlett Johansson, and it was the worst fucking movie in the history of the world. But fun fact, everybody,
you could spank one to it.
Scarlett Johansson's nude like 5 times in that movie. So
you spanked multiple nuts to this movie. I'll check it out. Check it out.
All right, number 2.
Add this to my list.
Number 2. What was the last song you got stuck in your head?
Oh, last song got stuck in my head. Man, because it's all in my head. I think about it over and over. That Nelly song.
It
was. I don't know why it was on the radio, and I'm definitely not going through no boo-boo troubles. Everything's good, but I just
that's a good one.
Oh, dude, that's the song.
What's so funny is that's a song about being stuck in your head. That's stuck in your head.
It's all in my head. It's catchy.
Him and Kenny Chesney or something.
And Nelly didn't sell out.
Tim McGraw.
Listen, Nelly didn't sell out. When they got too gangster, he was out on him. He said, forget that. I'm not destroying my neighborhood and fucking gangbanging and shit.
It's funny.
I'm gonna make some movies.
Like Zach, no bullshit. Like a few days ago, I asked somebody whatever happened to Nelly because I think one of them, like Country Grammar, was on the radio in the hangar at work, and I was like, "Whatever fucking happened to him?" And somebody was like, "Oh, he's doing country music now."
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. And that right there, that song that you're talking about is kind of like his first venture into country.
That was the first step with Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw, that's right. I remember that shit, man. That was a while back.
So yeah, I went to a country concert once. Quick fact, and I was not into country music at all. But my friend was a military guy. He was a veteran, and he took me to this country concert because his wife bought tickets, which I don't know why she would do that. And she sent us out there, and I'll tell you something: the girls at country concerts.
Oh yeah.
Fucking all you young single men. Cross everything off your summer to-do list next year and just go to country concerts all the time.
Get to one of those No Shoes Nation concerts and fucking have at it.
Country girls are beautiful.
We got a buddy of ours. We got a buddy, Mike, Chuck Borden. We got our boy Chuck. Yeah. We got our boy Chuck, who is a good friend of ours in the Army. Real hard ass motherfucker, dude. He loves country. He goes.
I can't handle it.
He goes to like 20 country concerts a year.
Well, yeah, it's a great time. I went. I was dancing on the back of trailers. I was drinking Budweiser. I was wasted. I was eating chicken. It was awesome. It was fucking great.
I could see you up there with a big fucking.
Go to a fucking. Went to a rap concert once. And everybody's all uptight, swagging out. It was whack.
All right, third question for you, Zach. Hey, you are the shark. Do you feel like Jaws gets forgotten in the greatest horror movies of all time conversation?
Yeah, of course. I mean, but at the same time, look how far cinematography has come.
Yeah, it definitely. If they remade Jaws nowadays, which I think they made that movie The Meg. And it didn't do well. With all the new stuff, it didn't go so well.
I mean, you got so much to compete. You got so much to compete with now. Look at Piranha. That's a crazy fucking movie.
Yeah.
I mean, so Jaws just has a lot to compete with, I think.
Do you think that Jaws is a real horror movie?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to say because what kind of guy would I look like? It's a classic. Jaws is a classic.
It's a classic for sure.
What kind of guy named The Shark Attack would say that Jaws is not a horror movie? I mean, yeah, especially for the time frame too, that it was made.
Yeah.
It was horrifying. It was horrifying to people.
I can tell you that it tormented a lot of people from going into the ocean for a
Still
long time.
Still does.
Don't do it.
Sometimes I'll hear that sound And I'll feel really like today. Today I went swimming at Good Harbor, and I only went in like 4.5 feet in, because I was
down at
feeling a little.
Horseneck Beach.
I was feeling a little bit weird today. Like, okay, could you imagine if I got taken in by a shark today?
No, I think you would knock it out, but
there was just one
pull it
surfer.
ashore and just beat the
There
fuck
was just
out of it.
one surfer. It was just one surfer, and I kept my eye on him. I was like, yo, let him get it first. But
yeah, as long as he's a little bit deeper than you, I think you're all right. I always let somebody get ahead of me.
Yeah, it was just weird at the beach today. You never know. If you hear that music,
so I know that Jaws was out like before I was even born, but I remember watching it when I was a kid, and then swimming in a swimming pool in the dark at night. I always felt like I would have to get out of the fucking pool, because you never know what's underneath your feet in a fucking pool. I was like that in a pool. I was like, no, man, fuck that. There's sharks.
I came out to it my first fight.
Really?
My pro boxing debut, November 5th or November 11th, 2 years ago. This November, I came out to Jaws. The crowd got nervous. It was fucking intense. Yeah, I rode the beat. I started walking first. They're like, "Let's go, shark!" I was like, "All right, I'm gonna fucking eat."
Hell yeah!
I love it, man. Zach.
Great. I only had one pro fight before I went to bare knuckle. One pro fight. Then I went to the tryouts, and now this will be my third bare knuckle fight.
There you go. Number 4, Mike.
Number 4. Who was the better television anti-hero and why? So Tony Soprano or Walter White?
No, Tony. Tony, of course.
Tony, anti-hero.
100%.
And why do you go with Tony Soprano over Walter
White? I don't even have to back that. I don't even have to back that. I lock Tony and Walter White in a room. Somebody's getting fucked, like destroyed, and somebody's just not. You know what I mean? Like Tony was a badass. It's based off real history. What are you gonna? I mean, the show is based off of. People like to think, whatever. But what I'm trying to tell you is that Walter White, there's no history. It's not. It's not really the same thing. I would say Tony's a badass. Tony Soprano. 100% wins that.
And a lot of people say there would never be a Walter White without Tony Soprano on the TV. So Tony Soprano made it possible for all other anti-heroes on TV.
But then look at it. De Niro really set the bar with Goodfellas and Casino. If you want to take it back, they set the bar with Goodfellas and Casino. And if you really want to go back, Marlon Brando set the bar with Godfather.
Hey, Zach, can I ask you a question? Now, you told me that you were buddies with the kid from Connecticut whose dad had the hockey team.
I fight out of that gym. That's my.
You fight out of that
home,
gym.
Wasn't
The Sopranos show based on his father?
Yeah.
Or they say it was?
People say that. Yeah.
That's an interesting little tidbit of information about you.
Yeah. Have you seen the documentary? It's coming up on
ESPN.
A year, so. No, the documentary on Danbury. It's on Netflix. Untold Truths, and so that just celebrated a year, and they started the Ice Wars up.
Oh, Untold, yeah.
So I'm looking to fight on Ice Wars too. You know what I mean? Only Hands. We just signed the champion from Ice Wars to fight. He's hopefully going to fight bare knuckle fighting championship. So I know that AJ would love to sit down with Mr. Feldman and talk some business. To be honest with you, I think that would be a great.
If you guys haven't seen that, go on Netflix and check out that Untold story.
Check it out. That's my home gym. Shout out Coach Jeff Esposito. Shout out AJ Galante, and shout out the whole team. Basically, it's 3 hours from my house, the gym, and my car broke down. And my grandmother lives in Connecticut. She lives about an hour from the gym. And my auntie lives about 45 minutes from the gym, give or take. So I went to school in Connecticut. So I have a lot of family and a lot of friends in Connecticut. I love it there. So ultimately, I think the best thing for BKFC to do would be to bring bare knuckle fighting championship to the Danbury Ice Arena.
Well, I think once they get inside that Mohegan Sun, we're going to see a lot of different places taking up bare knuckle around here.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm just an idea because they've had fights there, you know. But yeah, that's a great gym. They've taken good care of me, and I've been sparring there with all their top guys. I was making the trip. Driving 3 hours 3 times a week. It's just that my car broke down, and I bought a new car. And me and my dad are gonna pick it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here we go.
From a family friend who died. The guy had cancer. Rest in peace. And I got a great car, 2012, with 50,000 miles, and it's a really pimp car. So we're gonna pick that up. But I got a rental car, and it's restrictive on the miles. So right now, though, I've been training profusely at this YMCA. I've been training at Carter Park CrossFit Gym, which is a fire chief of Chelsea, Wayne. He's my coach who's going to be coming out with me.
Nice.
And I've been training in Danbury, and I've been training at Grealish, and I've been training in Quincy at One Punch Boxing Gym. So I've kind of been going to 4 or 5 different gyms, you know.
There you go, man. You got to do everything you can. We got one last question for you. It's the most important one of the night, and then we're going to let you go, man. If you were going to tattoo a podcast logo on your skin, which show's logo would it be?
Well, it would be yours. What am I supposed to say? I will tattoo you right,
that's what I said. That's why I said to him, like, why would he not say that? And he's going to come on.
Right here.
That's
Mike
what I
and
told
Mish.
Mike. I was like, Mike, he's going to say
accomplished.
He's got it. Right across. Mission
Right
accomplished.
Just all on your entire face. That's it. Just says Mike and Mish Show, right? Everyone wants that tattoo.
Nah, man, Zach, we love you, man. We knew that was a setup question, and we knew you were going to have to say that. With that said,
last year after the show, last year after the fight with Bobo, I hit up Britt, and I was like, Britt O'Bannon. I was like, so let's start selling my face to, we'll tattoo like Best Buy, any company that wants it, Amazon. Like, yo, let's get us some money. And she was like, no.
You get $100 grand for under the right eye. Yeah, man. Well,
yeah, look, check this out. They've been great to me, you know. This is my Trashers jersey.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And you know, this is something that
that's a great logo.
I hold it dear to my heart because this is original. AJ, he got this from his closet. You know, when I come over to the gym, he asked me what I wanted and, you know, what he could do to help me out. And I said, I really just want one of them jerseys. And he brought me a jersey from his closet. So
that's really
fucking
cool,
awesome, man.
And I'll be wearing this out at the event. You know what I mean? I do it to promote the gym and the Ice Wars and all that. So
right there in the comments there. You see that comment right there? We need to remind everybody before we end this here. October 1st, Monroe, Louisiana. It's time for you to come to the Dirty South and put on one hell of a battle.
Yeah.
No doubt in everybody's mind, man.
We're looking forward to it, man.
I've trained harder for this fight than I've ever trained in my life. I'm ready.
There it is. Juan Torres takes on Zach Calmus, October 1st.
Yeah.
With that said, dude, you've given us a lot of your time tonight.
He's a good guy too, you know, Juan Torres. He's a school teacher, a respectable warrior. This is going to be a whole different level of fight than my previous fight there with McElroy, and I just think it's going to be great. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, it can't be anything other than exciting for sure, man. Thank you very much for giving us some of your time. If you want to fucking thank anybody or say any last words, this is your shot.
I want to say, man, everybody tune in to this fight in Monroe, Louisiana. We're going to blow the roof off this house. We're going to knock the pillars of what you think you stood on, because I'm telling you, we're knocking the whole building down, leveling the house, leveling everything, because this is going to be, show's going to be on fire. I want to thank Only Hands. I want to thank Mike and Mish. I want to thank BKFC, David Feldman. I want to thank Big Boy. And I want to thank Carter Park CrossFit. I'd like to thank my dad, Jeff Calmus. I hope you get better, and you're healing up right now. And I want to thank everybody who's been in my corner from day one. You know, a lot of people. But let me tell you something. We're gonna tear the roof off the building, and we're gonna fight.
We don't have a doubt. Not a doubt in our mind.
Can't
buddy.
wait, man.
All right, there he is, Zach Calmus. Thank you very much for coming on. You're always welcome back here. And
I'm a morning person. This is like middle of the night to me. I like to wake up at like 4 a.m. and like we could do the podcast next time around 5:30.
Yeah,
5:30.
Breakfast.
5 a.m. 5:30 a.m.
All right,
We
that's
should
perfect.
get flapjacks, syrup. All right.
Breakfast
All right,
with Calmus. All right, man. Take it easy. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, guys.
Later, man. You know, the thing is, there won't be any eggs left because he juggled them all and they smashed all over the kitchen. Remember that time he did that on the show? He tried to juggle the eggs and they smashed all over the place.
Yeah, man. He's an absolute character. He's a lot to like with the fighters that came on tonight for sure. Like I mean, him and Bobo are two of the most likable characters. Two of the most likable guys on the entire BKFC roster. And like we've said a million times on this episode alone, that they always put on an entertaining fight. There's never a lame Bobo fight, and there's never a lame Zach fight. So, with that said, we got a big show tomorrow night, guys. A very big one tomorrow night. We got the 185-pound world champion Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt coming on, who is going to be fighting on that same card on October 1st in Monroe against Quentin Hero Henry for the 205 title. We're going to talk to Lorenzo Hunt tomorrow night. And then after Lorenzo, we're going to talk to somebody who has popped up at the last two BKFC events, and she actually cornered Teresa Segala on this last card. Michelle Watterson Gomez, the karate hottie herself, will be on the show tomorrow night after Lorenzo Hunt.
Can't wait.
You make sure you guys are tuned in, because those are two big stars, and I can't wait to talk to either one of them. Kyle likes to drink Oreos in tea. Oh, thank you, Larry. Dunk or yeah. Well, I do, and you know what, Larry. Anything liquid is good with a cookie, okay? I don't give a fuck unless it's piss, okay? Unless it's piss. Anything liquid that's not piss is good with a cookie. No
piss and cookies.
Yeah. What's up, Jeremiah Riggs, Eric Williams, Gary Lang, Larry? Thank you guys all for tuning in tonight. Thank you to Bobo. Thank you to Gogo. Bobo, to Gogo, to Zach. Tune in tomorrow night. Lorenzo, the karate hottie. Mike, you got anything else for the peeps?
Nope. I got to take a piss so bad I could taste it.
All right. There it is.
It ain't going to go good with cookies.
Peace.